Yeah, oh, yeah, I think we should. And modern model citizens, floor models. I love the name floor models
I
because
do
it's that
too.
one time glamorous and at the second time like half off because it's
Yeah,
a
because
floor
it's
model.
ding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the way we musicians feel.
the little
Ladies
ding
and
dong.
gentlemen, I'd like to bring on somebody that's the only person I know that could make me seem soft spoken. Stacey Huckabee.
Yay!
Yeah, Stacey
Guys,
Huckabee.
crazy in
Are you
here.
hearing
Hello.
yourself?
Yeah.
My mom was
How you
a
doing,
big
Sam?
fan of this song.
Bet she was.
You know what? Stacy's mom sounds a little like I touch myself.
It does. I hear that.
I was
Yeah.
also. We'll get to you in a second. I was also no, but you know what I thought of last night? Before I forget, um, the George. Something in the way she moves. You're asking me, will my love grow? Right. It's really similar to maybe I'm amazed, maybe I'm alone. Has that same progression.
That's not
Anyway,
surprising.
I know
Yeah, Fred's.
they could sue each other in heaven.
Oh.
Stacey Huckabee,
Hi, everybody.
you fit right in here. It's like you knew.
Color wise, yeah.
Totally.
I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't. That's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm such a good photographer that I know where I'm gonna. I know what to wear even.
Do you have a photographic memory?
To a certain degree, if I photographed somebody or something, I will instantly. I'll know exactly when and where and whatever. So a lot of times I'll walk up to people and be like, "Oh my God, hey!" And it's been like 12 years since they've seen me. They have no fucking idea who I
So
am.
you
Yeah.
have a photographic memory.
Correct.
Interesting.
That's a mimeographic memory.
Yeah.
Well, Stacey Huckabee, I mean, I don't know everything about you, but I'll tell you what I do know. What I do know is I forgot you were from Texas. You know, speaking in the South is usually slower, and in the Northeast it's faster. How did? Well, let me just tell them a little bit more
Are you
about you.
asking why she talks so fast, even though
Yeah.
she's from Texas, which is not?
Thank you.
I guess it's the South. It's
It's
Because
the
I'm
South
living
more
in
the
compared.
West.
California, and I worked for a special event firm, and I was the director of marketing, and so I had to do a lot of television spots and stuff like that. And my
Oh.
boss was like,
Speed it up.
and just had to get rid of the accent. So I took some speech.
But you always
Classes.
spoke fast.
Oh
like
God,
I
yes.
yeah.
And I asked my dad one time like what my first word was, and he said I have no idea.
It was
You
it
just
was a
started
paragraph.
in paragraphs, and usually it was like, and you had opinions about something. Like right out of the bat, you were like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, they are. You know, someone said that
Yeah.
about when Suze was pregnant. Like, you know, they are who they are. Josie's like that too. She's just like
Chatty.
she reprimands me. Well, Stacey Huckabee she's a videographer as well, but I believe she's known first and foremost as a photographer. She has taken pictures of very famous people. She's taken pictures of people that aren't famous, made them look famous, and then they became famous because the pictures are so fucking good. She has outfitted folks like Aaron Lee Tasjan. She doesn't, you know, Stacy will. You've taught me many things about like you know, make the lighting out of the place, use what's there, and you know, it's just really interesting stuff. I remember it all and really helpful. You're also I think of you as the least keep your like creatives have a tendency of like I know the secrets and I know how to do it and I've learned all this stuff, but I don't want anyone to know because I just got to keep. You are really giving with your knowledge and time, and that's just.
I
not
think art
that
should be
common.
accessible. I think art's fun. I think it makes you smarter. I think it makes you wiser. I think it makes you more have a more broad worldview if you participate in art. And so gatekeeping on that is something that I definitely do not believe. In fact, I just hosted a whole workshop at my studio
Right,
for
glitter
all
bomb.
kinds of people to come and learn creative lighting, poses, and how to do it out of stuff that's like cheap or
Yeah.
even stuff you could get at the Dollar Tree, or so that they can, speaking of content, so
pretty
that they can
awesome.
create their own content.
Can we call this Lil Glitter?
This
glitter
is
bomb?
very glitter
Kinda glittery.
bomb
I know, yeah.
feely. This is.
I mean,
like
I
it.
think we're cut from the same glitter cloth.
We are definitely cut. And I love those texts from you where you're like, "Hey, how do you blah, blah,
Oh,
blah,
I'm-
blah, blah, and I'm
Oh,
like,
do you do that?
The 11th hour text.
oh,
I'm
and I
yeah.
like them. I always try to
I
help
get
out.
right to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I always try to pitch it.
I appreciate yeah.
And usually my advice is just to fucking go do it.
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
Scott's not afraid to ask for help when needed. That's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
quality.
Even when it's not needed, I like to just ask for help. Oh, and I'm fine. Sometimes I pretend I'm broken down on the side of the road. Like I'm fine.
Just to get a little attention.
I just want the attention. I got my haircut the other day too. I love. Where do you get your haircut?
Jan Steineck does my hair.
Is that a
Swedish,
significant name
Jewish?
that
No,
we
he's
should know?
Jewish.
Okay. Where
he-
does he cut hair?
He's got a studio
Oh,
in his house. He's a
nice.
character. He's like a celebrity stylist.
There's
I found.
always more.
He was on a TV show. But we work out. I couldn't normally afford him, but we work out a deal or whatever.
Nice.
But I like going to him because he's really fucking fun. He's like you. Like,
Yeah.
it's entertainment. Like, it's an
Just
hour
hanging out
of
with him, yeah.
full-on entertainment while he cuts my hair.
Do you think we should stop using money in East Nashville since it's all barter anyway?
Yeah, it's
Like,
the
why do we-
$5 bill that goes around town?
Why do we
Yeah.
even have change? I'm just. I don't know how that would work. Do you eventually? How does it work? You have to buy. They can't barter for the supermarket. So I guess at some point you have to make money.
Yeah.
But AJ Croce's like that too.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'll play on your thing, and
He's great.
and we are in East Nashville here, and I think it's you moved. Are you still in East Nashville?
Oh no, I was the East Nashvilleian of the year, but they've priced me right out of here. I had to buy a house. In
You'd
Madison.
think there'd be a fund like
Yeah, you
Save
could get
Stacey Huckabee. She
for-
was.
for-
Stay in East Nashville. But I love the house. Listen, Madison, I feel like no diss to East Nashville, but I feel like especially the pocket of Madison that I
Is
live in
now
right
sort
now.
of what East Nashville was.
When I first moved here, like next door, there's like a home recording studio,
Oh, yeah,
and
right,
Bob
right.
Lewis is on the block behind me,
That's
and a
good.
Rockley and a Nana are right down the street, and like, so it's very much a lot of artists and photographers and musicians, and it's just kind of a cool. It's still a little bit. You still hear gunshots from time to time.
Oh, that's
which
nice. So you
I
don't
find-
feel far from home.
Correct,
Stacey,
it's nice.
literally, it was gunshots
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
daily.
yeah, major
When,
firefights.
from what part of Texas are you from?
I'm originally from a little place called Odessa. It's in West Texas. It's oil town.
And
They got a boo. It got a boo from the studio.
Oh.
It's
It
terrible.
was a boo.
Oh, it was a boo.
Is that where you're from? Who's from there?
No, I went to college there.
Oh, nice.
What a weird place to go to college.
Odessa.
That's an interesting.
You didn't go to
collegiate-
that mob college?
That's why you're in the floor.
What's the matter, you?
That explains a lot about why you're in this band. But that was your collegiate choice.
Were you the weirdest person you knew?
Oh, by far. By far. And I was so unhappy in school that I left the night that I graduated from high school.
Like that night.
The night.
Were you given a hard time?
Oh, yeah.
I know. That's.
I made a lot of weird art.
Yeah.
And I was even doing photography then, but it was like weird photography. My parents didn't get me. My dad, I've got a great hilarious story of my dad. Like, he never understood me at all. Like, he just, it was always fascinating. And a few years after I moved to Nashville, I had been sending him some pictures. I was out at Tom T. Hall's house and doing some studio sessions. I was sending him pictures of Bobby Bear and like
Oh,
people like that.
Nothing.
No. He
Oh.
loved it. So
Oh.
he called my mom, and he was like, Stacey's mom. He called my mom and
I
was
knew
like,
there was a tie-in.
he called my mom, and he was like, and they had been divorced for years and years and didn't really have a great relationship, which I thought was funny that he called her. But he was like, Nancy, have you ever Googled Stacey? And my mom was like, yeah. And he's like, man, she's done all kinds of stuff. And my mom was like, yeah, I know. And he goes, I just never even really realized she had a job. Like I was just a mystery.
Usually our parents have to find it out from someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internet is how. they
Well, and
find
it was
everything
funny
out
because for
now.
years when I talked to him on the phone, he'd be like, now, the Home Depot's got really good benefits.
Wow. Like how, yeah. The other thing I feel like we have in common, and then we're going to look at some of your pictures because I'm just going to say it, rhymes with Molly Martin, Dolly Parton. Stacey has been taking pictures of her and her clothes and who knows what else. But it's kind of, I don't know many people I could that I have this in common, but people like us are, we're loud, we're not shy, we say what we mean. And I don't know how sensitive you are, but I'm sensitive, which is weird because I'm so out with everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I make my own, I'm the one who causes the, it's like all I have to do is just like, don't talk to that guy over there. but that's who I am. It just comes out of me. I can't change it. And
I always say that the connection
Yeah.
is broken.
yeah.
This goes first. And it gets me into 99.6% of the trouble I get into because this goes
Yeah, because
first.
people that don't
It's just
do that.
broken.
Yeah.
And I'm like you, I'm very sensitive. I do get my feelings hurt really easy.
But all we have to do is shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right.
My
But it's broken.
My
They're-
ex-father-in-law used to say, engage this before you engage your mouth. Like, think of it as a stick shift. And you go into first gear, this is second or third gear.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
this is fully automatic.
Yeah.
This,
All right. Well, let's look at some.
Yeah,
show us some stuff.
yeah, so I didn't really know what to bring. Like, I guess the book is the big thing that came out this year. Ta-da!
Yeah.
How
Can
was
you
the
hold it
director?
hold it up for this camera right here? Here, maybe here. Let me see.
Hold
Let's
up, there's
see.
stuff. Yeah, so I was the director of photography for that book, and I did it after
It does light up.
I did it after we did I photographed her wardrobe archive. And so then we pulled the pieces that we thought were going to go into the book, and we shot the book. Here, if you I'll show you something cool.
Yeah, this is. I know it
Here,
actually
here, go ahead
is.
and open it that way because I brought you my little.
I'm
I brought you my
admiring.
little signed copy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
But careful, we lost the papers. We already lost the papers.
Oh, son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
it's okay. I got them. They're right
We
here.
try to curse as much as we can.
I
as we
put
can.
these are
It's
pieces
that
of the
controlled
backdrops
chaos.
that we used
Oh.
to shoot the book, and I kept a
Oh,
little
really?
piece of each of them.
Cool.
Yeah, and so I keep it
Oh.
on.
In the book.
Oh,
No, the paper she had.
no, I know.
I got them. It's fine. They're right here.
Little envelope.
Now, hold on, let me take a look at this. My Life in Rhinestones.
Behind the seams.
That's great. Behind the seams. And is this the first book that she's been a part of?
No, no, she's done several books, but this is the companion book to the Songteller book she did in 2020.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a nice signature you got right there.
Yeah, I brought you the signed copy. I thought that would be a
Yeah, that's the.
that'd be a flex.
I had a.
Major flag.
This is as close as I've come to where you are with Dolly Parton. I had
And-
a poster on
But
my
I didn't
wall.
just take I took this picture of her. Like, there's lots of pictures of her also that I took that are in the book.
I had a poster on my wall, and it was a picture. I guess when she met like Jimmy Carter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know the outfit she wore.
And the poster said, first of all, now that I think of it, my dad must have like bought it. I can't buy a poster when I'm. It said, "No, Dolly. I said I like your hits."
Well, there's a lot of boob jokes with her.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
poster.
what else have you got?
I was 12.
Oh, I was just gonna show
Some more show and tell.
Well, I didn't know how much we were getting. I came not prepared. So, it was just a fun process making the book. See, these were before the book came out, they would send us, they'd FedEx us these, what they would potentially look like with notes. The editing was a whole process. It was really, really, really fun. But it all started really with, I took a bunch of pictures of her
Yeah, this
for
is
the
how.
Pure and Simple tour, and this became really famous. She's used it as the tour
Oh,
poster,
yeah, I've seen that a million times.
and she used it at the Kirkland's art thing. But I took all these pictures at the Ryman for the Pure and Simple tour, and they made it into this little tour
Wow.
book. And that's kind of how.
So was that on stage at a show?
Yeah, this was on stage at the Ryman.
All of it was. Even
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, that picture became really famous. They even made a Funko Pop doll out of it. So I think one of the coolest things
That's cute.
that's ever come out of a picture that
really?
I took was
That's based on your photograph?
yeah, it's this.
Amazing.
Oh, because she's in the pose. Yeah.
It's in the outfit.
That's amazing.
I mean, that's kind of fun, right?
big time.
As a photographer, that's
Big
pretty
fun.
So it's been fun working with her, and then I did her Christmas album. This is one of my favorite pictures of her. And I had a picture of her that was on the cover of Marie Claire.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I've had
really?
some cool stuff
a
that's
classic
come out
night.
of this
So-
unexpected partnership.
So it started when?
Well, it started a long time ago. I worked with her family on what was going to be a documentary that finally some of that footage I think is going to be seen coming out pretty soon. I finally just turned all of our
Okay.
footage, but I spent a couple of years going back and forth up to East Tennessee and helping do some interviews and stuff. So I became friends with her family, and sometimes I would go and take pictures at their Christmases
that's
and
pretty
weddings
cool.
and stuff like that.
So you've seen her in a wife beater?
Because no, she just always looks how she does. I actually one morning at her sister's wedding, I caught her early in the morning, and I was in like sweats because I wasn't even dressed for the day yet, and she was in full
Really?
regalia, and I was like, how do you what with the shoes and everything
know.
already? And
She's
she's like, well,
committed.
if I was as tall as you, I wouldn't need to wear these shoes.
Did you play? Do you play when you take pictures of her? Do you play music? You know how like a lot of artists like.
Yes and no. When we did the Christmas album, we played her record over and over again so she could get in the
Okay.
mood for the Christmas record.
Oh, right on.
When we did other shoots, we just put on random playlists of stuff she
Okay.
likes. And then when we did the cover for Run Rose Run, she
Yeah.
had her guitar with her,
Okay.
and she would just burst into song,
Oh,
which would destroy me sometimes. I was like, I finally at one point was like, you have to. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you have to stop.
I was going to ask you. I have one last
Play it,
question,
play
and
it.
then we're going to bring Brian Wright on.
I'm
Right?
also
Yeah.
I'm
Right
also
on,
his
yeah.
photographer, which I think is probably, and his kid's photographer, which is
I know that's
probably
crazy.
more impressive than any of this.
When you, how do you tell someone to stop talking in a nice way? Because I was in that situation and I was photographing someone I absolutely love, and it was, but we were, because I talk and they talk and we talk, and then I can't use the shots because they're like, rah, rah, rah. How do you say it in a nice way?
I usually don't. I just am like, hey, we gotta.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, like even to her, I was like, you can't
Right.
sing. First of all, I'm not going to get
Okay.
whatever, and second of all, I need my eyeballs, and if I'm crying,
Yeah. Well, see,
I
that's
won't be
where
able to
it's,
see.
that's where, that's
So,
where it's good to be.
You can't have you out here a cappella on the back of a pickup truck singing songs to me right now, or I'm gonna.
And I love your tip. When a picture is taken, exhale.
Oh yeah,
Then
that's
have
my.
the
It's
pictures.
not even before the picture's taken.
That's what
you
I
gotta
mean.
breathe.
Yeah, people have
Yeah.
a tendency of holding their breath.
Yeah, and it doesn't do you any favors because everything comes up, and then you look like a 6-year-old getting
Yeah.
your picture made in school.
Right, that's why they look back. Yeah.
But if you breathe, the shoulders come down and
Yeah.
air comes out.
Well, everybody, exhale, because this is Stacey Huckabee, big
She's
time, and
Probably
awesome
taking
person.
pictures of our next guest too. I would
Yeah,
imagine
that's
lots
right.
of pictures of our
I've
next
been-
guest.
Why don't you bring on, Gina,
Oh.
tell
Do you
them.
want to introduce her?
Yeah, you can introduce
Sure,
her.
yeah. The next guest today on Join with Video is multi-talented, super funny fellow Texan Brian Wright.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah, watch your head.
Yeah.
there.
It's a one at a time show.
Come on
Come on
in.
in.
Oh, you,
Actually, switch,
Sides?
Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a bus.
Oh, I like it.
That's how they used to do it on the Tonight Show.
Fantastic.
That's right.
Shift down one. I like it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Like Joan Rivers.
I am like Joan Rivers.
Whatever
in
you
more
play
ways
on
than
this, it
imagine.
sounds like a spooky horror film. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Brian Wright.
Hi.
I agree with that, Jill.
You have some TV in your background too.
Oh yeah. I was
Not really.
well. I was in a house band for a television show once upon a time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For the Last Call with Carson Daly show.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah.
What was the name of that band? Did they have a name?
I don't know that it did. I don't recall it having a name.
Wait, so
I
when
think it was
Carson-
just the Last Call band. Or
Yeah.
something.
No, that's a good. I mean, that's
Yeah.
sort of a name.
Wait, let me get this right. So, because you know, when you're young, as I get older, I just clarify as I go. Whereas, like when you're younger, you're too shy to do that, and you're like, yeah, I think I kind of got what he said. So let me just.
It's a little like Columbo, what you do.
It is, but I really want to know because then you go through your life and you're just faking that you know, and it's so
Right.
much better. Like with
That's
the
true.
microphone, it's like just hit it, and now it works instead of going like. Okay.
That's what Fonzie did.
Yeah,
That's true.
He's got a new book out.
he
Fonzie?
does. Yes, he does. And I heard he's playing the part of Fonzie in something, which is like the first time in 40 years, which made it scary.
Once
You
jump
were in
the
that-
shark. Can you really come back? I don't know.
Oh, I know. That's what the name of his book should be.
Can you jump back over?
Can you jump back over the back? Yeah. Try explaining that line to people at a certain age.
millennial.
They should call young people of a certain age. Fuck them. Why do we have to fucking wear some like handicap fucking label? Wait, let me ask you this.
Did you say
You were-
handicap?
Yeah, you were in the. I know. I probably.
That does sound a little.
You were in the house band for Carson Daly
Mhm.
on like the Carson Daly show and like the big TV that people all over the country and the world see. Okay, and that was on. When was that? What years was that? Like 2002 or something?
Well, when I was in was about 2007
Oh,
through 9, something like
and
that.
were you the Questlove of the band?
I was
or-
not. It was Joe Firstman from Cordova's.
Oh,
He was the
cool.
band leader,
Oh yeah, right on.
and there was a sort of a rotating roster of local musicians that would come in and do it. But I did, hundreds of shows
Wow.
probably.
And was that shown
See,
from?
now he's on our rinky-dink little
Yeah,
set. This
yeah.
is cool.
Hey, we're all rinking, no dink.
Rinky-dink.
Were you? Wait. So was it shot in Texas or in New York?
No, it was in L.A.
L.A. Right. Good point. And for I had a bit of hat. And like that's amazing. So every night?
Well, we would do 4 shows a week, but we would do 2 shows a day.
See, isn't it better when you're like, now I really know?
Yeah.
Because in Nashville especially, everybody's like, yeah, I'm doing an album.
It was like Monday and Tuesday we would come in and do 2 shows, and then we do 2 the next day. And
Yeah,
they'd
it's a
run
lot of
those 4.
work. I was reading I read that. Did you read Questlove's book?
I have not.
It's
but
really
I love,
great.
I love his podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I haven't listened to his podcast, so I just know his book, and it's just great. And he just talks about it's like you have to be there all the time, but
His is probably a lot more involved than we were. I mean, Joe did some skits and things, but we were, we did the bump ins and bump out. I guess I don't know. It all ran so smoothly. It didn't seem like too much work.
Okay, just rub it in.
That's the best kind of job, really.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, do you have a song that's 2 minutes and 32 seconds? If you do, this is the time and the place. Play us a song, and then we're gonna do another one for the next show. Play us a song. You're not the piano man.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Play us a
Brian
song.
Wright.
Trying to keep.
I'll try to do the show. I'll leave out the Freebird
Yeah.
solo.
Later.
Should have shortened the intro.
Too late for that. Shorten the outro.
You got it. When the clowns all around have convinced me that the gathering crowd is against me, calling out that nobody's listening. Oh, how I try. If I'm going down, you're all coming with me. I'm leaving town, and you're gonna miss me. Everybody's out to get me, dead or alive. She sings to me a sweet song, and it's all she has to do. She knows all my secrets, and I know all hers too. She is love and she is mercy. She's the plain and simple truth. She loves me oh so easy, turns me on and turns me loose. The darkness is stronger some days. My tongue is sharp as a blade. It gets so hard to explain without drawing blood. When I'm sleepless for days on end, when I'm weak and in need of a friend, when I'm talking in circles again, I'm lost. She sings to me a sweet song, it's all she has to do. Well, she knows all my secrets, and I know all hers too. She is love and she is mercy. She's the plain and simple truth. She loves me oh so easy, turns me on and turns me loose. She loves me oh so easy, turns me on and turns me loose.
Brian Wright,
Oh, Brian Wright.
Stacey Huckabee. We're supposed to do harmonies, but you know.
No, no. No, no.
I always say nobody.
I thought you were going to play an organ solo and
Oh yeah.
had
Huh?
to cut it short.
You can close out if you want.
Okay, if I knew the, I just, because it turns everything into, like, monster mash. What's your, what?
Oh, he just said close out, so.
Yeah, I know.
You can close out. We have
Okay.
15 minutes of encore if you want to keep going.
Oh. No, I was just going to say, your website's like my website. I'm like, oh, let me just see the very latest thing. It's like, I know. Because when you have kids, you're like, you know what, the updating websites, it's either that or, like, keep human beings alive.
Lapse in Luxury, Cafe Rooster Records.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But that's 2 years ago?
That was 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2020. It's 3 years ago.
That is
I'm about to go in and make a new one.
Oh, right on.
Yay.
All right.
In
Cool.
the shed.
No, I think I'm going to go to the Cabin Studio here in East Nashville. My friend Matty Apples.
Nice.
Get some friends in there to help me.
Yeah, man. And Stacey, who you taking a picture of next?
I have loved doing the Dolly thing. I have had so much fun being free again to like work with independent artists and my neighbors and my friends, and so come to me, anybody,
Okay.
everybody.
I
I'm
know.
budget friendly. I'm having so much fun.
I know, yeah.
Back working with just regular people, and plus being in a closet taking pictures of clothes for about a year and a half. I'm
Yeah.
having a ball right
Yeah.
now
Back in
with
the
human
daylight.
back with
Right.
human beings and
People
stuff.
in the clothes now.
So
Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited about all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to work on some little books and stuff and
Yeah.
whatever. I'm having a blast being back.
Well, it's great to see it. I love seeing you on the TikTok. You have a good presence. It's very,
People tend to like me on the TikTok. I don't know how
yeah.
I blew up on
Well, you
there.
have the continuity.
I don't have any continuity. As
Well,
a
you
thing.
know,
I
it's
just
just
kind
you
of take
and you're like,
walks
here
and
I
talk
am.
about whatever the fuck I'm in the mood for that day.
What key is our theme
'Cause
song
you're
in,
endlessly
gentlemen? E
entertaining.
flat? Brian,
Pardon
I
me?
got into a fight with Bethany
Sorry.
we're
Frankel.
playing a little E
That was
flat in
fun.
there. Yeah, let's hear you, the floor models. Little E flat. Gina, you want to tell any stories?
No, I'm just gonna listen. And thank everybody for watching this week's Join With video. Floor models, Stacey Huckabee, Brian Wright, Scot Sax.
Gina Frary Bacon. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. See you next week.